The Little Inventors Challenge Mission Protect Our Oceans is led by NSERC in partnership with the Canadian Commission for UNESCO. Take the plunge and become an ocean scientist with us. Help us keep our oceans healthy and solve some of the problems they face with your own invention idea to protect the oceans. This video looks at Canada's connection to the oceans, the vastness of oceans, and the different oceans' habitats. What do you know about rivers and their connection to the oceans? The Mackenzie River is the longest in Canada and connects the Northern Territories to the Arctic Ocean. As for the Nelson River, after passing through Manitoba. The Yukon is the second longest and flows through British Columbia, Yukon, and Alaska to the Pacific Ocean, as does the Columbia River. The St. Lawrence crosses 7 provinces, including Ontario and Quebec, before arriving in the Atlantic Ocean. Oceans are vast. Do you know there are more archaeological objects sunken under the sea than in all museums of the world combined? Or that 80% of volcanic explosions happen underwater? Tsunami waves can be as tall as 30 meters, but underwater waves can be 242 meters. Icebergs are blocks of ice at least 5 meters wide that detach from glaciers and float on the ocean. They may be equivalent to the size of a cubic 15-story building. Underwater mountains are known as seamounts. As obstacles in the sea, they shape currents and receive nutrient-rich waters. They provide fertile places for deep-sea life to settle on and grow, a bit like an oasis in the middle of a seabed. Hydrothermal vents are openings in the surface of the ocean floor, where water can be considerably hotter, like geysers on land. Just like we have different habitats with different living creatures on land, the ocean is home to habitats for many different living creatures. Pretty much all species find the seaside an irresistible place to live, including us. With water temperature relatively warm and a lot of light, it's perfect for all sorts of marine plants and algae, providing essential food for most marine creatures. As we go deeper, the water pressure rises, and as we are further from the sun, the temperature drops, and there is no photosynthesis, meaning there are no plants here. There is no light here, and the water pressure is so great that humans can't safely go there. There is little food here, so creatures had to adapt by slowing their metabolism and scavenging. Every living thing is constantly changing to find the perfect attributes to survive in their own environment. Each of these solutions was created by nature, continuously finding ways to solve problems. Evolution is invention in very slow motion. A lot of inventions have been inspired by nature. For example, submarines were inspired by the shape of whales. Sonars and radars from understanding how dolphins communicate. Even things like suckers were invented after observing octopus tentacles. Use these tips to help you find ideas. You don't need to figure out how to change the world. Thinking about small problems or challenges can be just as useful. Starting with an existing object or two, and imagining new ways to improve or find a totally different use for them. It doesn't matter if your idea doesn't seem to be entirely useful or serious. It's an idea, and the more ideas you have, the more your brain gets used to thinking about solutions to problems. Sometimes you just need to step out of your own shoes to see things differently. Once you have a problem, try to imagine what it looks like to someone else. New inventions happen when we try to think or do things differently. In other words, when we break the rules. So forget how things are supposed to work and make it happen your own way. It might seem a little crazy or simply impossible, but so did landing on the moon. So don't be scared to think up big or bonkers ideas. Who knows what will come out of it? How can you help protect the oceans? Time to get inventing. "15 of your invention ideas will be made real to celebrate the launch of the Decade of Ocean Science in 2021. Check out our resources online, our other themed videos, and our inventors logs to develop and prototype your ideas. You can find them at nserc.littleinventors.org.